As you all know, the fall anime season just began and we are already 2 or 3 episodes into the new animes. So here I am with an early review of some of the new anime, well the anime I have tried out to be precise. This video is just to give you an idea what anime you can try out, and I will try to be as neutral and to the point as possible while giving the maximum insight into the concept, and I will be splitting this video in several parts, so stay tuned and let's go. Let's begin with Tonikawa, which falls under rom-com and explores the newly wedded life of Nasa Yuzaki and Tsukasa Tsukuyomi. The setup is more like a love plus arranged marriage, as the duo marry out of love at first sight but are strangers otherwise. After a slightly rushed first episode getting through with the marriage part, we are taken to the beginning of their life as a married couple, which comes with some really fun moments, especially from Nasa's perspective, as his inexperience at being around someone of opposite gender frequently gets him fantasizing, blushing, nose bleeding, or suddenly having a girl shifted in his house. There are also some equally adorable moments like the duo holding each other's hands or watching each other sleep, etc. etc. But there's also an element of a little suspense, as Tsukasa is very much mysterious and almost nothing is known about her. Overall, this so far seems a light-hearted but fun watch which is visually appealing too. Animation is beautiful and the OP is weirdly catchy. Only one episode has aired for the next on the list, that is Akudama Drive, but I had to include it since it is just so good. Akudama refers to the criminals, and this action plus adventure anime is the story of some of them, including a biker, a brawler, a hacker, and a doctor. The main cast get this comic type intro which looks super cool. They all end up in a common mission pitted against each other, and a normal citizen girl gets caught up in the act. The best part? These criminals are just bad, ruthless. They don't go around showing empathy and are rather cold-hearted and focused on the mission. Anime is high on adrenaline, and if you like action and fighting genre like me, then episode 1 will get you hooked too. As the name suggests, Wandering Witch is about a witch named Elena on a journey across the world following footsteps of her idol. This might not seem very tempting, but it's probably one of the best animes of the year and grips you right from the first episode. Elena is very calm, level-headed and soft-spoken person. The first episode focuses on bringing out these as well as other aspects of Elena's personality as she gets trained to be a full-fledged witch by her senior Fran. There's a training fight sequence with her sensei which is pretty good. Introductory episodes are generally rushed, but the pace here is perfection. That is, proper time is given to the build-up and you feel a connect to both Elena and her sensei. Elena's bonding with her sensei and other people she meets is very heartwarming and involves a lot of emotions. The anime is also a visual treat and very beautiful. So, if a sweet fantasy anime is your thing, definitely do check this one out. Moving on to the isekai of the season, that is, I'm Standing on 1 Million Lives. Well, it is indeed isekai, but the characters aren't stuck anywhere but travel between the two worlds. The setup is of a game. The characters are given a quest and completing one will get them back to the real world until they are called back for the next quest. Everything else is just how a common isekai plus game anime would be. Fights, leveling up, a troop, etc. etc. The one thing that stands out and actually made me stick by was that the MC seems a little twisted. Yotsuya isn't your regular MC who shows a lot of empathy or desire to save the world, etc. Rather, is self-centered, despises the world, and gives off shady vibes too sometimes. Another thing, the show might seem all fun yet, but they are building up a suspense as the people who got our main character stuck in this loop hail from future and the reason behind this all is hidden. The animation is decent. This is all for this video. I will be uploading the next part hopefully today itself, so stay tuned. And I will be uploading a lot of anime content like recommendations, anime reviews, etc. So if you are interested, please subscribe. And thank you for watching this, and sincere apologies for all the mistakes. I will try to improve, and see you later.